Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his just about to get started, and towing the slab in this one, Luis Severino. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And that's downstairs. And 1-1.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Boog. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. He's won World Series, batting titles, gold gloves, and everything else you can think of.
Betts with another scorching run of play lately. Line drive. Caught. And let's take a look at the lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Matt Chapman.
Well, Boog, just an on-base machine. Last month, he was on almost half the time, an OBP over 450. Just a really tough out. I mean, this guy's a catalyst for this offense right now. We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
And that's way high. Ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And there's 2 away.
That is third. The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
2 outs, bases empty. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
That one not close. And that's ball 1. Judge working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. That one the other way. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back here in Miami, and today's starting pitcher, Paul Skeens. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Just missed.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
Now 1-1. Skeens with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. And fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 2.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or 2 of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
That's to third, but it kicks foul.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Struck her out. Skeens reached back and fired at 102.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
Here's Ketel Marte.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That one outside, and that is ball one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That one missing inside.
That's the ball.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Juan Soto, the next to hit, takes outside. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Rips one to right, and that's a fair ball. Around first, digging for 2. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And now batting Mike Trout. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Trout is one of the best players of his generation. He's a fan favorite because he brings a rare combination of speed, power, and all-around talent to the team. He's exactly the type of player you want to build around.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Rodriguez squeezes it, and there's one away.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
Here's Corey Seager. Seager in his 10th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. And a swing and a miss. Severino, he gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard. Not to mention the fact, not too many hits either. That's in there. And the count is 0-2. Even some of the best guys in the sport are going to give up home runs from time to time, and he's an exception.
Yeah, and even with those home runs, if you're throwing strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. You look at what the elite pitchers do. They strike hitters out, they limit walks, and they limit the ball going out of the park. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Rodriguez has a beat on it. 2 away.
Yeah, all you want is a guy like that. Take the ball every 5th day, go out there, hand it over to the bullpen, perhaps in the 7th inning or later.
2 down, base is empty. Kyle Tucker will hit next. And the first pitch misses for ball one. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2 outs, base is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Fires over to Guerrero, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second, and here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Schemes back to work. Right through there for a strike. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And that one is gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. And that gives them a lead. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
Now Machado up here. That one at triple digits.
So just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Up and in, and a count even 1-1. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
On the ground to the left, Chapman. Slinging it to first in time.
Batting seven, the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
Hard hit, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Pitch misses outside, and that's ball one. Harper working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That one down the line, and that's just foul.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Tatis gets under it. Makes the catch. And there's one down. The batter now will be Will Smith. Fastball for a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Ground ball left side. Machado throws to first in time, and they get the out on Smith. And here is Matt Chapman. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Ball one, no strikes. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning. So the batting order turns over. Here's Mookie to hit. He's 0 for 1. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite. Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Severino checks over to first, and he's back. Close, but called a ball. 2-1.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, Maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
2 outs. In the dirt, but kept close. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position.
Going to have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit, then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Rodriguez sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. And here is Austin Wells. In for a strike. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Ground ball right side. Betts whips it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Batting ninth, the shortstop,
Digging in, Geraldo Perdomo. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Way high.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Strike 3. Skeens gets the strikeout.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
So the lineup flips over, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And it's even up.
1-1.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him swinging. Back here at Lone Depot Park, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Riley Green.
Let's go now.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Soto makes the catch, and there's one down. Here is Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 1. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
And Judge spoils that one. And that skips in the dirt. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Here's Mike Trout. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
High fly ball out towards left field. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. That'll fire up the dugout. And we are starting over. It's 1-1.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Foul ball there. Two down, bases empty, but one run across. Top half of inning number 4. The shortstop takes the ball.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Perdomo on to first. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. All even now at 1-1. Back here in Miami, bottom of the 4th, Ketel Marte up to the plate. That one catches the zone. That's strike one.
You know, this group of hitters doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one back. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. Ketel Marte leaves the yard. His 33rd homer of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 2-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. The hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
Here's Juan Soto. He's been a great free agent sign. Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Inside. And now it's even 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Now batting.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered here in this one. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one missed.
2-1.
Next offering is down low.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Up and in, ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So, man aboard. Here's the third baseman, Manny Machado. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a ball popped up. Betts. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Junior Caminero.
Now a chance for Junior Caminero. First time up, he grounded to third. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And a big swing and a miss. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
And that's outside. And the count now even up. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Severino back to work. In for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. To the right side, Marte whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
So Harper stands in. Flied to right his first time. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Ball 1 to Bryce. Harper goes 6 feet 3 inches, 32 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
No, that's a ball.
Next offering is fouled back. That missed by a lot. 3-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
On the ground to first. Takes it himself. And that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Grounded out his first time. That
Nope.
misses.
Ball one.
Ball one.
Nope, that's
Just
high.
missed.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And
Ball
another
three.
ball. That catches the zone for a strike, and the count is 3-1. That's ball
Ball four.
four.
Take your
Tried
bait.
another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Chapman gets a piece there. Two outs. In there at the knees, and it's 0-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Edwin Uceta preparing to come on if needed. Moretta also throwing. The 0-2.
Ball.
Strike three on the foul tip. No runs on no hits, no errors, and one left. Home half of the fifth coming up. The Rush out front 2-1. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Sonny Gray.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Now, Julio Rodriguez grounded out his first time. Pitch misses there. 1-0. Swing and a miss.
One ball, one strike.
Next
Nope.
offering is
Two.
down low. And a count
Two ball,
2-1.
One strike.
That one fouled off. And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Here comes the 0-1. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Way outside, and it's 2-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Not close with that one, and it's 3-2. And ball four, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Geraldo Perdomo.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
the mark there. Ball one.
Well, don't count. Look for him to be aggressive here. You got some runners on base, an opportunity to catch a mistake and put some runs up on the board.
Swings here and blasts one left field. Back there. And that one is out of here. And this place is rocking. And they add to their lead. It's 5-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Sonny Gray will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. So they turn things over to the righty, Logan Webb.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. That one in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. Last half of inning number 5. And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Just missed.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And there's a strike. That one ripped, but foul. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Tatis waits. Gets a piece and stays alive. Draws the walk there. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And now Ketel Marte. He's already homered in this game. In the air to left center. Green brings it in with a nice running grab.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So man aboard. Juan Soto now 1 for 2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Tatis around second. The throw to third. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
2 on, 1 out. Next to hit, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swings through that one for strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. On the ground, could be 2. There's 1.
Got him.
Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here. A 3-run homer. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Edwin Uceta.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Back to the top of the lineup, Mookie Betts digs in now.
Left, John.
Swung on, belted. Way back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's Riley Green. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one's in there, 0-1. Action in the pen down there. Brian Abreu getting ready to go. One down, base is empty. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
And there's a ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Judge up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Judge comes up empty there.
1-1.
They say you win.
1-2.
And that's off the inside edge. 2-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Dominican Republic out front here, 5-1. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
Just missed. Slice down the right side. Here's a 1-2. And downstairs.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's one down. And next is the designated hitter, Junior Caminero. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. That misses, and that's ball 1. There's a sinker at the knees for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that drops in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Outside low, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it goes just foul. And they'll do it again. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And down on strikes he goes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at-bat to watch.
Julio Rodriguez now at the plate. First pitch misses. Right through there for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And no swing, says Jerry Hillsdale. Hit hard on the ground to short. The throw to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Here's Trout. He went deep back in the fourth. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie. He didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
That one's in there. It's 0-1.
0-1.
High fly ball out to center field. Rodriguez settles under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Here comes Corey Seager. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Inside, almost got him.
Two and two.
2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Kyle Tucker. That one finds the corner. Strike 1. Ball 1 there. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. That's off the mark. Ball one. And that one is lifted in the air. Pulls it in for the out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop,
So digging in, Geraldo Perdomo. Certainly a factor in this one thanks to his 3-run blast back in the 5th.
Well, definitely one of the most impactful swings of the game. A big reason why they're working with the lead and looking to add to it right here, Boog.
And there's the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back there. And that's a home run into the upper deck. Into the second deck it goes. His second home run of the game. It's 6-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And here is Fernando Tatis Jr. That one misses. 1-0.
1 ball. No strike.
Next offering is fouled back. That misses the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. One down, base is empty. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Marte in the box now as he leaves that one up high. That's inside.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is downstairs.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brian Abreu. He last pitched 2 days ago. Here's Harper now, the first overall pick back in 2010.
Harper.
This to third. Fires over to Guerrero. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Will Smith to the plate. First round pick out of Louisville in 2016. Foul ball. Abreu in his 5th season, 27 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And that drops in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Daniel De Los Santos up and loosening in the pen. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Stays alive. The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Chapman stands in now and watches strike 1.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
That one in there across the letters.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Next pitch is outside. And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Matt Strom.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now it's Juan Soto. Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. That one missing inside. There's a strike. And that one fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Reaching back towards the wall. Way back there and gone. A laser to left. His 34th of the season. It's 7-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Activity in the bullpen. Griffin Jacks is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that is downstairs. And it's 2-1. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And now it's Manny Machado. 0 for 3 in this one.
Strom has a pretty cool hobby. Collects baseball cards of players who hit home runs off of them. I love the reason he does it. He tells people, if you hit a home run against me, you're good enough to collect.
One down, base is empty. Late with the swing there.
0-2.
And he chases that one. Now 2 away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Two outs, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Junior Caminero. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Smith hauls it in to end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 7-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
And now, Riley Green. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher, so your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Rodriguez settles under it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Aaron Judge at the plate. Fastball for a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
And now the count is even. Swings through that one out in front that time. 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Always nice to win the home opener of a 4-game series. You know you got a lot of miles in the journey against that other team, but it all starts with the first game, and you can set the tone, position yourselves, set up your bullpen, got everybody fresh and ready to go when you're in the driver's seat. We'll see if they can continue that momentum in tomorrow's game.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.